Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Mason. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
1st and 10 coming up. Wide out in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And to stop the jet sweep, you've got to be great at containing. You have to have players in the perimeter of your defense funnel the football and force it to go back inside. That time, that defense was not allowing that receiver to get outside.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And nobody able to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Handoff to the single running back. He's knocked down in the backfield to lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now the play fake. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And here comes the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Oh, my, he just shanked that one. Didn't get quite as much as they had hoped out of that one, and the offense will be in business. I think they're going to mark it around the 40-yard line. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. They'll put the tight end in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. At the 35, he's open. Snowed under by the defense.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
To the ground with the back. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the first quarter, for goodness sakes.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Field goal is good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On the option. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Here comes the option. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They'll need to convert this 3rd down to their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. The option look. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
And now on second down for this offense. On the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He wants to throw it. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The offense set for a first down play. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I love when defensive linemen play with this type of awareness. You knew he wasn't going to be able to get to the quarterback, so he slows the rush down, IDs and finds out where the QB is, and then gets his big old paws up in the air to bat it away.
They'll line up for a second down play. Handoff from the shotgun. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Morris. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field. But a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
And here comes the offense on second down. Goes to the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He finds his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Going up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ross. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Wants to throw on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll immediately call timeout. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations, because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. He's looking downfield to throw. Coming after him. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts, and I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a crease, it's Baxter. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. First half saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll ride his man on the option. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
This offense has a second down play. The give to the big fullback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give them the ball, give them a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll run the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Let's see what they've got on second down. On the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They'll go to the counter. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, and especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the option. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Well, the receiver getting a little ahead of himself on that one. You saw him calling for the ball. He thought he was wide open. He thought that was going to be an easy catch. The ball finally gets to him, and he drops it. If you're going to call for the ball like that and call your shot, you've got to secure the catch.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on second down from the 13. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Off the play fake. Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. What a terrible, terrible shank. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Give to the fullback. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They'll run this play from the pistol. Motion from the offense. On second down, just keeps firing. He's got his man across the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Fullback's got it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. They'll run the option. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Now on the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. On the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And the fullbacks, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He's got it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone, they're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch him off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And this is almost certainly 4-down territory, down 6, and needing a touchdown in the point after to take the lead. The give to the fullback. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, no monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the fourth. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. The run from the shotgun. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Makes the grab and steps into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Try to barge their way in. Couldn't make his way in. The 2-point conversion fails, and we still have a 5-point game here in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Here comes the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And this fullback, he's a part of the running attack. It's not just going to be tailbacks carrying the football. The fullback, he can do some work as well running between the tackles. He showed you there.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. The option look. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Goes to the option. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. If they thought it would fool them to give it to the fullback, that was not the case.
Yeah, give this defense credit. They obviously watched a lot of film this week, and they knew there were a lot of different guys offensively that could touch the football, including the fullback, but he had no room to go there.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Using his legs, it's Baxter. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man to the left. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets to 1st down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Snags it. He's got it and just sashays into the end zone for the touchdown.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Handoff to the fullback. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They'll start this drive with a pass. He looks that one in nicely. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Quickly complete. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Pulls it in. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Line getting set on second down. Running back searching for a hole. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And that may have been this team's last chance to tie this game. You're trailing with under a minute to go. You just got to give your kicker an opportunity. He tried his best, but unable to convert on that field goal.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.